So, what team are you coaching this year?
Well, I'm coaching the middle school girls basketball, and I'm coaching the A team. So they're all 8th graders.
Okay, so what do you think of your team this year?
My team is growing and trying to get a handle on how to play basketball at a competitive level. And they've come a long way in a positive way.
Do you think there's anything you can improve in your team?
Oh, every day we're trying to improve. We have a lot of room to improve. We're trying to get an understanding of the strategy, but at the same time we're trying to learn all the fundamentals as well.
What are your expectations for the season, and do you think you can achieve anything above these expectations?
We're always trying to be competitive in every game we play. So we play some really good teams that are in our enamel league, and while they might have a step or two ahead of us, we're catching up to them, and I'm trying to get them ready for the high school. As 8th graders, I want to be able to play and competitive for our high school team. So that's our two goals. Be competitive now and get them ready for the future.
What are you doing to meet these
High school basketball, high school varsity basketball here at North Cap Christian.
And what are your expectations for the season?
Expectations I'm putting right at the very top. We want to win a state championship. We got a veteran team. We got 7 seniors back, and I'm expecting to make a run for the state championship this year.
What are you doing to meet these expectations?
Right now, what we're doing to try to meet these expectations is practicing hard. We're practicing every day. We're getting with it. We're working a lot on situation. Last year, we blew it in the Elite Eight due to the fact that I don't believe that I worked very hard on situational basketball. So we're working a lot on situation right now, doing things, putting us in different situations during game time.
And what are you doing to meet these expectations? Do you think you can achieve anything higher than these expectations?
No, we're putting it all the way at the top. Winning a state championship is as high as you can go, and I'm trying to keep the pressure off the guys, but we just expect to at least compete and try to win the state championship this year.
Okay, what are you looking forward to this season?
This season, for basketball, are looking forward
Oh
to winning a state championship. It's basically our whole goal this season. That's all we want to accomplish.
And are you planning to take your sport to college? And what college?
I'm not. I'm going to Georgia Tech for academic reasons, so I'm not pursuing basketball in college.
And what is something you're looking to improve on this season?
I'd say my ball handling. So when I come in, I can help the team in more ways than just shooting.
Okay, and also, what is something that you want to do this season?
Go undefeated in region, and then carry that through the state playoffs and go undefeated in the playoffs.
Coaching this year.
This year I'm coaching high school wrestling.
Okay, what are your expectations for the season?
As far as team goals, first thing would be to honor God in all that we do. That's on and off the mat, whether we win or lose. We're seeking that God is coming first and not our sport above that.
What are you doing to meet these expectations?
As far as meeting them every day, we do a team devotion at the beginning, about 20 minutes before practice. And I think that that's come a long ways. We've been constantly just in the Word and talking about our need for God. As far as expectations result.
What are you looking to improve in your team?
This year in wrestling, we're looking to improve our finishing of the way we start our matches. In other words, when we start a match and we're shooting, trying to get our opponent down on the mat, we have not been finishing well. So we're focusing a lot on being able to finish in our shots and getting points and scoring pins for our team.
What are your expectations, and do you think you could do anything about these?
Our expectations are to continue to grow and expand our wrestling program from the middle school, feeding into our JV, which feeds our varsity. And while we're doing that, we're also looking to become more competitive in the duels and the tournaments that we compete in.
And what are you doing to meet these expectations?
we are continuing to give our wrestlers different ways to finish and complete their shots. So we're giving them many alternate moves that they may not have had in their arsenal before. We are continuing to have our kids compete at a high level, and so we're having them to compete against teams that are better than what our wrestling program is now. So they're getting exposure to other wrestlers that they may be able to learn from.
And what do you think of this team compared to previous teams?
Okay. What are you doing this season?
First off, my name is Coach Sanders, and I coach cross country and track, and that's the two sports that I focus on throughout the year.
Okay. What are your expectations for this season?
Well, this year, the neat thing about our track team is that we've got brand new coaches. We do have some that are returning, like Coach Morris and Coach Corbett and myself. But we have 3 additional coaches, and it's very neat to have more track coaches on staff to help with the numbers. So our goal this year is to have more participants be involved in the sports, and actually be able to score as a team and actually be competitive.
Do you think you can achieve anything about these expectations?
If we can have the numbers that we think that are going to appear, I think those expectations of competing and having more compete in the state level is very, very high.
And what do you think of this team compared to previous teams?
In the past, our teams have been small in number, and however, even though we've been small in number, we've been very quality. So we've always sent kids, athletes, to the state meet to compete very well and to represent Northcott Christian well. So hopefully the difference will be that we'll have more participants, which in return will have more people compete in the state level.
What are you looking to improve on in your team?
We're looking to improve our overall scores from the girls team. The guys team is still holding pretty strong as they did last year and very competitive, and we're looking to increase the competitiveness of the girls team.
What are your expectations, and do you think you can achieve anything above them?
Our expectations is that we are very competitive in any meets where scoring is not open. In other words, if we swim against teams where they have a lot more swimmers than we do, simply because of the size of their school, and every swimmer gets to score, we obviously don't compete. But if we're swimming in a meet where only the top 2 or top 3 swimmers in a heat score, then we look to be competitive there because it limits the number of points that a team can get and gives us a better advantage.
What are you doing to meet these expectations?
What we're doing is we have a very rigorous practice schedule. We practice 4 days a week for 2 hours, and we work very, very hard. That's one good thing about the kids here in our swim program is they're very, very hard workers.
What is something you... Okay, never mind. And what do you think of this team compared to previous teams?
Well, I've only been here for 2 years. Compared to last year's team, I would say that we're definitely improved on the girls' side. We do have we had really, really good, strong leadership last year, and some of that is carrying over into this year. We're very young. We have a lot of freshmen and sophomore swimmers, not very many junior and senior swimmers. So I think that in the future, the swim program here the future is definitely very bright.